Let's dive deep into this controversial topic. Before we start, I want to make it clear that this discussion is not meant to offend or belittle anyone's beliefs, but to explore an alternative perspective based on historical, scientific, and theological considerations. Welcome, everyone. I'm glad you're here with an open mind. Today, we're delving into a theory that challenges conventional religious beliefs. Could the creator of the universe, as depicted in the Bible, be different from the benevolent deity many believe in? Let's begin by discussing the nature of our existence and the universe itself. The creator of the universe is often thought of as a divine, all-powerful being. I believe there is indeed a creator, and modern science, particularly mathematics and quantum physics, supports the idea that we live in a creation, a fractal holographic matrix. This concept suggests that our reality is a coded program, a complex simulation designed by an advanced intelligence. It's a challenging idea to grasp, but consider this. Just as we create virtual realities and simulations, it's possible that an immensely advanced being or civilization created our reality. This creation is imbued with divine energy, present in every particle that makes up our bodies and the world around us. Our consciousness, I believe, is being streamed from higher dimensions, making us more than just physical beings. Now let's address the entity that many people worship. The Bible mentions multiple gods, these Anunnaki beings, as described in Sumerian and Babylonian texts. In the Bible, the word God is often mistranslated. In many instances, it should be gods with a lowercase g, referring to these powerful beings who manipulated humanity and masqueraded as deities. These beings didn't create the universe, they simply manipulated and dominated early human societies. People have an inherent need to worship something greater than themselves, which these Anunnaki exploited. Human beings, much like cargo cults, deified these technologically advanced beings, mistaking them for gods. Imagine if an alien spaceship landed in your town today. Many people might drop to their knees, believing it's the return of a divine figure like Jesus Christ, even though Jesus never claimed he would return. He spoke of the return of the Christ consciousness, a state of higher understanding and enlightenment that transcends individual identity. The Christ consciousness existed long before Jesus and will continue to exist as a path to higher wisdom and understanding. Being born again refers to raising one's consciousness to new levels, a continuous process of growth and ascension. Ancient mystery schools taught that being born again was about ascending in consciousness. Each time you reach a higher level of understanding, you look back and realize how much you've grown. This journey of continuous rebirth is what true enlightenment is about. Let's move on to a particular story from the Bible that has puzzled many, God's command to Abraham to sacrifice his son, Isaac. In Genesis 22, God commands Abraham to sacrifice his only son, Isaac. Imagine this. A deity you believe is loving and benevolent asks you to kill your beloved child. Abraham, in his fear and obedience, prepares to follow through. Early the next morning, Abraham got up and saddled his donkey. He took with him 2 of his servants and his son Isaac. When he had cut enough wood for the burnt offering, he set out for the place God had told him about. Abraham's actions here are deeply troubling. He lies to his servants, saying he and Isaac will return, and even deceives his son. As they reach the designated place, Isaac innocently asks, "The fire and wood are here, but where is the lamb for the burnt offering?" Abraham replies, "God himself will provide the lamb," masking his true intentions. As Abraham prepares to kill Isaac, an angel intervenes, stopping him at the last moment. God then says, Now I know you fear God. This story raises fundamental questions about the nature of this God. Is a deity that demands fear and the near sacrifice of a child truly benevolent? This God seems to operate on fear, a trait we often associate with malevolent beings. The Bible is filled with stories of this God commanding violence, destruction, and death. Let's explore more examples. The flood that wiped out almost all of humanity, the destruction of cities, and the countless tribes killed, these actions are attributed to God. Even Jesus, considered the epitome of love, did not directly claim to return, but spoke of the Christ consciousness's return. According to the Bible, God killed around 3 million people. In contrast, Satan is credited with far fewer deaths, most notably the 7 sons and 3 daughters of Job, and that too with God's permission as part of a wager. This stark difference raises the question, who is the true harbinger of death and destruction? When we examine these texts closely, we see a pattern of violence and fear tactics used by this God to maintain control. This manipulation isn't indicative of a loving creator, but of beings using advanced technology and knowledge to dominate less advanced humans. Christianity, as it spread, often did so through violence and coercion. Indigenous cultures worldwide were subjugated, their leaders killed or tortured to enforce new religious beliefs. The Pope's orders led to the deaths of millions during the Inquisitions. This spread was not about sharing love and good news, but about control and domination. The Inquisitions, the Crusades, and the forced conversions are stark reminders of how religion has been used as a tool for power. Even today, many people adhere to religious practices out of fear of damnation, fear of divine retribution. This fear-based worship isn't true love or devotion, it's self-preservation driven by centuries of manipulation. Let's not forget the Bible's advocacy of slavery. In Ephesians 6:5 it says, "Slaves, obey your earthly masters with deep respect and fear." This is the same fear demanded by God from Abraham. The Bible in many places endorses slavery, a practice that is inherently evil and dehumanizing. Any text or belief system that supports slavery is fundamentally flawed. The Bible's numerous passages promoting slavery reveal a darker side of these supposed divine instructions. The Bible was written and compiled long after the events it describes. From 100 AD to 900 AD, followers of various traditions copied ancient texts, often altering them to fit their narratives. The Council of Nicaea then decided what to include in the Bible, omitting many texts and altering others to suit their goals. This curated selection of texts became the Bible we know today, filled with contradictions and omissions. The true teachings, those promoting higher consciousness and enlightenment, were often left out or distorted. The manipulation of these texts was deliberate, designed to control and dominate. Fear was the primary tool, and it worked remarkably well, creating a powerful institution that controls billions even today. People still fear divine punishment, still follow rituals and practices without questioning their origins. The original message, that we are divine beings capable of great things, has been overshadowed by fear-based doctrines. But there's hope. The true message of Christ consciousness is about love, wisdom, and understanding. It's about breaking free from fear and realizing our potential as divine beings. Embracing this higher consciousness means letting go of fear and embracing love. It's about understanding that the divine energy within us is far more powerful than any external force. So, could the God of the Bible be Satan? Perhaps what people have been worshipping out of fear isn't the true creator, but a manipulative force. It's time to question, explore, and seek the true essence of divinity within ourselves and the universe. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more thought-provoking content. Until next time, keep seeking the truth.